It's that time that you've all been waiting for. Seriously, everybody, you've all been waiting for this. If you're a German tanker, I am sorry. But today, it is my job to unravel the mystery of the XM1, figure out how to play this, and stop the goddamn onslaught of the Germans and losing constantly as an American 9.0 or higher. So yeah, that's our job today. Now the XM1 is obviously a tier 6 premium. Where is it? Oh, it's tier 5, actually. I thought it was tier 6. I mean, it damn well it should be. It's 9.0. Regardless, tier 5.5 premium. That was introduced when the X-Bone was introduced, this patch. And X-Bone players could buy in. They get the Chrysler version of the XM1. Us PC and PS4 plebs get the GM version. And that's what I have right here. It is a 105 armed APFS DS shooting behemoth. It can still pen around 350 mils of armor. Not too bad with the APFS DS shell. You have a wide assortment of other shells, and since it's a premium, it'll never be stock. You always have FP, you always have parts, you always have crew replenishment. The armor on this Bad Mama Jammo is not too bad either. It's got some little spacey composite stuff going on. So as you can see, 300 against 300 millimeters of external composite armor, rolled homogeneous steel 76 millimeters, and another 38 millimeters of rolled homogeneous steel. So we got some goodies. Basically what this means is any 120 from Germany will still go through you, and you have to play this tank pretty safe. You're not going to be out in the middle. But the gun should save this tank. You know, the APFS-DS on this gun should save this tank, and I think all people need to really know is where to shoot with this thing and what are some good positions it can get into. So without further ado, let's jump in. And by the way, this is my first time playing this tank. I have not played this yet. So let's do it. So I was going to do a live commentary for this video, but I figured I would just give it a couple games, record those games, and give you my general synopsis. Is that the proper word? My general overview, my general thoughts on the XM1. Now, I think this tank is a mini Abrams. It has way less armor, don't get me wrong, but it feels just like an Abrams. Obviously, it's the Abrams prototype. It should feel like an Abrams, or rather, the Abrams should feel like this tank, but it's good. At 9.0, it's almost a bargain for a premium vehicle. The problem is the teams. Now, I didn't notice it as bad. I did get some W's, I did get some kills, and I had a good time playing this tank. I think it's actually one of the best premiums in the game. No joke. Seriously, no joke. It's really good. It's really reactive. It's an MBT premium. It's what a premium Leopard would play like. I mean, it has that play style. It has a very fast rotating turret, good gun depression, it's fast forward, it's fast backwards. It's got hydraulic suspension, APFS DS, and it has the allied teams. I mean, allied teams are bad, but they're also good. When you really think about it, you know, an American top tier lineup when it's fully fledged out is really good. You get a 163, which is one of the best AAs in the game. You can have an Abrams, obviously, Abrams on your team, MBT 70s, XM 803s, and, you know, the plethora of other tanks that are available to you. Also, you get the F2 Sabre at 9.0, which is really good jet, the F84, F80, P80, whatever other, FJ 4B, whatever other plane you'd like to put in that category. So this is just overall a good tank. It plays well, and it's just not bad. Now, what you need to remember in this thing is it's not going to bounce every shot that comes your way. You need to play it safe, you need to play it defensive, and not really push up straight through the middle unless your team's doing so. I suggest this tank plays well with strength in numbers. It's one of those tanks where if it's two XM1s, they're always going to do way more damage. I mean, you could say that for any tank, but it's especially evident in tanks like this where they have fast reloads and decent armor. Is you can bounce some random shots, rebound real quick, and then get 2 or 3 kills in the midst of a couple of minutes just because of where you are on the map and you didn't die due to certain things. Now, another thing about this tank is it gets the Abrams module spacing and crew spacing almost. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty survivable. It doesn't really die that much if somebody's hitting you while you're moving or while they're moving. Stationary rounds still kill you, or if they hit you in the turret and they have a top tier APFS DS shell, they're going to kill you no problem. But if you're moving and stuff, the odds are you will overpen. Some shots will overpen you and bounce and just do random things. Now, don't carry more than 24 shells. After 24 shells, they start to fill the bottom well next to your driver. And if you have that well filled, we can all guess what happens when a round goes past your driver and kills your driver. It blows that ammo rack up, and then you don't even have to worry if it overpens you or only gets your engine, because then your tank's going to be dead if it hits the ammo rack. So only carry 24. This thing gets some HESH, some smoke shells. It does not get smoke launchers like the little smoke grenades on the sides of the turret. So I carried 5 smoke shells. I didn't end up having to use any, but if you do, the reload's not too bad on this thing. You can use some of the smoke shells and use them kind of like a makeshift smoke grenade. I mean, that's what it's used for anyway. I would recommend using APFSDS, maybe carrying a couple of HeatFS shells for AA or the sides of tanks. APFSDS has a habit of overpenning when you shoot at the side of tanks, especially like Leopard 2A4s and Type 90s or whatever else you might be facing. So always aim for the ammo when you're using APFSDS. If you're using HeatFS, always aim for like the spread. You want to hit like the crew and stuff. But I would just recommend APFSDS, maybe a little bit of HESH, or I mean a little bit of heat, and definitely probably not HESH. Maybe HESH for AA, I don't know, it's up to you guys, but I would say the main round you should be using on this tank is the APFSDS. It's actually pretty good. So we're just going to talk about what I do this match and what I do the match after that, and hopefully you guys are better XM1 players for it. Let me know what you think about this tank in your own opinion once you watch the entire video, of course, in the comments down below. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I make random videos, so not random videos, I make War Thunder videos and other things every day here on this channel. So yeah, if you're new, you should stick around and subscribe. So what I did here was I just plopped up, shot here, got very fortunate, and this is what I was talking about with the ammo rack. I just got my driver shot out, so he didn't hit the ammo rack, and it gives me another shot to kill him. And he did fill his ammo rack. He wasn't carrying the proper amount of shells in his 2A4, and bang, bang, he's dead. Now, you saw how I overpenned because I shot low. There's a tank behind me, too. That's basically the story of this tank, and the story of APFSDS in general is like you shoot fast and try to react fast, and you end up overpenning tanks because you're not careful of where you shoot. And that kind of just sucks, so you got to be careful with that. Here comes an MBT-70 back around the corner. Just backing up with him, and he's down. That's 3 tanks in the matter of like 30 seconds just because of where we pushed on the map and where we held. So very good position there. It shows you the tank can do it. It can do it against 2A4s. It can do it against anything in the game. It's not that it's underpowered by any stretch. It's just, it's not a 9.7 tank, and you can see that when it goes against 9.7 tanks. So here on Kursk, we're pushing into the B cap. I'm going to try to go clear up some Leopard 2A4s that are harassing our team. So it's kind of hard when you're not playing on ULQ to shoot through all these bushes. It's annoying, and I'm going to show you guys some techniques that'll help you in any tank in this game. Basically using your binos, you can look over bushes and stuff, third personing, and then tracking people through houses by just getting the movement right. So if you see a tank going left to right and you track his movement with your mouse, just continue tracking that even if he goes behind cover, because you'll know where the tank is roughly, and you'll be able to put shots through buildings and stuff because you're using APFSDS. And that's another thing that I think a lot of people need to start utilizing, is how much penetration these shells have. They can go through buildings and stuff. So if you're following a guy's path where he's driving, just put a shell through the building and he have no idea where it came from. And you can just sit there and bask in the glory of getting a shot through a building. Now, I do shoot a guy through a building here, that's why I'm bringing it up so much, but I don't kill him. And I don't kill him because I kind of got ganked and lost where he was and blah, blah, blah. A lot of excuses there, but still, you are able to do that, and you can't do that with HeatFS, or, I mean, any other shell in the game really doesn't go through buildings the way APFSDS does, or APDS, I guess I should say. But there's... what other tanks come to mind when you think of this tank as a premium? I mean, you can think of what the RU-251 did when it came into the game. Back in the day, they said that that was going to be, there's that snapshot through the building. We hit him with the engine shot. So as you can see, I back up to the opposite side of the building from where I shot him from, hit him again, realized I only went through a certain spot. Trying to keep the focal point the same so I can hit through the building in the same spot. And we end up penning his turret But see, the way the Leopard 2A4 is set up, I had to hit in front of him, and I kind of just messed up there. I think I shot a little bit too forward, and now I'm trying to find it, you know, taking my eyes off stuff, getting greedy, launching way too many shells in the smoke, and then we get hit from the right. So then we're going to look to the right. This is obviously the intro clip. Put a shot into his ammo rack. He didn't have any ammo there, and since we're so close, we overpenned past the driver and not actually killing the driver, and which is a real shame. So that guy doesn't die by me. We end up looking to the left, looking to the right, and you guys know what happens from the intro. We end up bouncing a ton of shells, but we inevitably die. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, leave a like on it and subscribe, like I said, if you're new. And yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys like the XM1, let me know in the comments down below. If you hate the XM1, let me know in the comments down below. If you're indifferent, tell me you're indifferent. And as always, it's been your boy Slick. I'll be live tomorrow. I don't actually know when this video is going out, but I'll be live on Friday around 9 a.m. EST. If this video comes out after that, just throw that statement out the wall. At the wall? Out the wall. I don't know.